Does she trade trend lines? Is she a breakout trader? How does she even use the 15-second chart? Okay, let me break down these shorts from yesterday so you guys can understand the strategy a little bit more. Just know I like to get my directional bias for my higher time frames, and then I'll go to the 15-second for my actual entry and confirmation. Okay, so looking at the chart here, we have this 45-minute supply zone. All right, you can see we have this small green basing candle. All right, and then we have this big imbalance candle, which gave us our zone, and we tapped into the zone here as well. Now, looking at this 15-minute, just to give you guys the levels that we were using, we had this level of resistance, touch, 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 right? We finally got the break here. All right, and so, you know, if we're going to stay above resistance, previous resistance, then we want to move up, we want to retest it and continue moving up. If not, we get back below it, then price was just grabbing liquidity and we can use that as a short entry in this case, which is exactly what I did. All right, so coming down to our lower time frames, as you can see on this 1 minute, as we started to move down, you know, closer to 400, I was waiting for the break and going to get into shorts, but we kind of moved down pretty aggressively. And so I wanted to wait for a retest. This is where the 15-second chart is going to come in. All right. So on this 15-second chart, you can see we're pretty far, not too far, but, you know, too far for me to want to get an entry, right, from 400. So I said, let's wait for a retest. Okay. And as you can see, price does eventually move back up. All right. And this is where we got our entry as soon as we had, you know, price wick up right around that 400 level, essentially just getting the entry right there. Stop right above the level, you know, giving it a little bit of room, and then targeting down to where we had these previous levels. All right. So initial entry was here. For those that want to know where I added at, I did just use this little 15-second level or trend line as an add. But again, I already have my overall bias from my higher time frame levels. Sorry. Okay. So as you can see, we get the break there. We continue moving down. We did initially get the bounce of 350. At this point, my stop was at break even. Okay. But we did end up, you know, moving down a little bit more, and we were able to come down to full TP at 325. And I ended up getting stopped out as price pulled back above the level. So I hope that made sense. And if you like the strategy and want to learn the full thing, join the Discord and you get access to all the courses that break it down, or comment mentor, and I'll send you all the details to our next 6-week mentorship. But I hope that made sense to you guys, and I'll see you guys later.